Hi, Lifetime fan page. My name is Alfia. I am your owner of your group for Lifetime on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will be doing a review on a movie I had just recently watched the other day. He is not worth dying for. But first, I want to shout out my amazing admin team, Leslie, and of course, Christine. They are the best. Without them, I don't know where I'd be. And also to one of my former admins, Alexia, my best friend that helped me start the channels. Well, my groups. I have a lot of groups on Facebook, but today I want to do a movie that I am dying to talk about. He is not worth dying for. Let's get into it. So we meet a guy named, not a guy, a lady named, okay, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Isla and Jake and Grace. Now, if I pronounce the young lady's name wrong, I do apologize. I am not the best with names. Her name is spelled like Isla. She wants to be an influencer. So I get where sis wants. But she wants to be not any type of influencer, an influencer with a guy. So she meets Jake and kind of, goes kind of good at first. But I can tell with Jake, he's the type of person, he's more laid back. He's not into social media. But Isla is, so she posting every time. And of course, it's Grace. Grace is just one of those regular senior girls. And she has big dreams. She wants to be a veterinarian. And she meets Jake at a restaurant with her friend. Her friend is Kaylee. And the other one is Ari. Now, I liked Ari. Ari had some sense. Kylie was more of the one, yeah, let's snap back. Let's do this. Let's do that. She mostly was, egging Grace to do certain stuff on social media. Let's get back at Isla. And Isla had fans. So Isla was the type of person like some social media people that likes to include their fans and stuff. And she was, messing with Jake, whatever. So they both was messing with Jake. And I'm gonna go ahead and say Jake was the problem. Jake was the problem. And both of these girls fell for a guy and he ruined them both because one ended up losing their life and one also went to jail for the murder of the other girl. So Jake was the cause of somebody losing their life and someone losing the freedom of their life. So Cher is Grace's mom. And she was the type of mom that monitored her social media and she would talk about it with her mom. And her dad, Mark, Grace's father, wasn't really a fan of Jake. And Jake came from a rough childhood. His dad died and he was a military brat. So he was used to moving around and then he, was working and also he had lived with his grandmother. I think they talked about his mom, but right now I'm not remembering exactly what happened with his mom, but I know his dad did pass, unfortunately. And he met Isla and they started, hanging out and then he met Grace and he was playing both of those women. And I really was like, okay, Grace, you see this and Isla, you know this. Why are y'all sitting here? Why don't y'all come together and be friends? And, just basically bump Jake because he's a jerk, major jerk. But of course, it ends in tragedy. If you have not watched He Is Not Worth Dying For, please watch the movie. It is worth every penny. Well, not penny, but it's worth the watch. And I am so glad that somebody in my group told me about the movie because I was like, what happens at the end? Because I was always seeing advertisements, but I always recorded it and never watched it. And she told me what happened because I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but you have to watch it. He is not worth dying for because trust me, Jake was not worth dying for. So you'll find out who died and who went to prison for the murder of the young lady. It's very sad at the end, but justice was served. I really feel bad that the person had to go to jail because she took another life when she had so much going for herself. All you had to do was say, bump Jake, because this is ridiculous. Come on now, because both of y'all had a bright future. Y'all didn't need him. You didn't need it. Y'all was better off without Jake. But you guys, please watch it. I think it is streaming on Prime. I know it had recently come out. It's Prime Video and Amazon Prime and Video. One of them is $2.99, the other one's $2.99. It comes on Lifetime, but I think it just recently came on Lifetime, but definitely check it out. All right, you guys have a wonderful afternoon and thanks again for tuning in.